I think Lagos is the state that is slowing the whole Nigeria down, right? I think Lagos is the state that is slowing the whole Nigeria down. And at this point, after thinking through all of this, I think Lagos should be made a country of its own. And here's why. Why must everything come through Lagos? Like anybody will import anything, the container must land for Lagos. And they get other options where they can create other seaports. Why must everything land and come through Lagos? You know, think about it. Lagos is actually slowing Nigeria down. Because imagine if we get other ports, like maybe we'll get the Delta State ports, may take care of all those eastern region. Say, container land for Delta states. The people where they there Anambra who can carry from Delta State ports. People where they there Enugu and all those neighboring states where they are Anambra side for that region who can carry from Delta states. It will make things actually the cheaper.
Calabar Seaport is not working. Can you tell me why it's not working? It's a seaport used by the colonial masters. Why is it not working today? How about Iguacha Seaport? Why is it not being used? Why not worry? Why must we allow only Lagos to function as a viable seaport? In England, where I used to live, you had Liverpool, you had the Sun, which is Portsmouth, Southampton, everywhere. You had harbors and ports. So why must you have only one?
I've heard people.
Do you understand? Come to think of it, Lagos is really slowing this country down. Make I park. None of it's making sense. Lagos is our problem. Lagos is our problem. Imagine say we get ports for Kogi. This land for ports. People are there, Abuja, Kaduna, all these neighboring states for that region. Go come carry from there. It could actually make things day cheaper than when everything, bro, everything land in Lagos. Not just that. Bro, international flights. Most of the times people go through Lagos. Every other international airport you get for Nigeria, they just call them international airports, but they are abandoned. You cannot actually connect to like major countries from every other international airport apart from Lagos. Yes, some of them come to Abuja, but the main people fly from Lagos. By this time, Anambra and some states suppose don't get like major, like Enugu and suppose don't get like major international flights. And those states where we say they travel steady, I know people they travel steady. Why don't we have an international airport where we and Delta states go to use? If they really want this country to grow, Lagos is supposed to be a country of its own, because Lagos is actually slowing the growth of Nigeria down. Entertainment is in Lagos. The big companies are in Lagos. Production company, the big ones are in Lagos. Lagos should actually be a country of its own. And I think my Igbo brothers, at this point, why would not they fight for Biafra? They could have seen the fight. Say, may they leave Lagos. May they break Lagos away, or may they distribute within they go Lagos to every other state. Yeah, that should be a fight. Yeah, because all these big Igbo businessmen, now through Lagos, may they fight, may they carry ports come Delta State, so that all these ones so they get business on each main markets. Bro, these people know what they are doing, fam. Where all the senators, where they represent all the states, I think this is what you should push for if you truly desire, say, make Nigeria grow. Come be like, saying that the stakeholders of Lagos State, no wonder when they'll say revenue of Lagos big past Ghana. It is because Lagos, they actually cheat every other part of Nigeria. Lagos is robbing everybody off. Lagos State is milking the whole country. Wow. How come I'm just thinking about this now? I hit my head for bed for somewhere. I think our Igbo brothers and every other reasonable Nigeria, well-meaning Nigerians, should start preaching that Nigeria, they should either take Lagos away or they should actually bring Biafra. Because now, yes, it's either they cut Lagos and make Lagos a country, or Biafra should happen, Or they should distribute everything. Give us at least 3 seaports in different regions. International airports should be in at least 18 states. At least 18 states. It will open doors for businesses in those states. To open doors for investors, more investors to come in some states to come and actually do business. Bro, Lagos is our problem. Lagos is indeed the problem of Nigeria. Yeah, bad leaders are part of it, but Lagos State, that's the one. That's the one. Anyways, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I know saying that you get Lagos. It is how you designed it. Yeah, you actually need to distribute this power. Let's all enjoy this thing. Anyways, why am I thinking as if I'm the first to even think about this? I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't think but they don't care because, man, they are making more money from this selfishness and this whole monopoly system of things. Peace and love. You cannot drive and make videos. Thank you very much. Don't play.
You're welcome for this program. Now we heard that a very dark man claimed that he's an Igbo man, and he called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What is your take over it?
Very clearly, I think we have come to that point of when the Biafran consciousness has spread in the Biafran spirit, has spreading everywhere, all around the corner. You know, I'm not surprised if you listen to the video coming from, a very dark man. And who is very dark man? His name is Martins Vincent Osei. He's from present day Idu Kingdom, now Benin or Edo State, as the case may be, schooled in Kaduna, just like some of our heroes of the past. So he understands some certain things about Nigeria. I'm not surprised. The world is not surprised. That he went to Ghana and he aligned with the Igbo in Ghana. He's beginning to understand that the Igbo man is not the problem of Nigeria, but Nigeria is the problem of Nigerians. And that's what he's talking about, because the system cannot separate Nigeria from Nigerians. And that's how they mobile up things, and it has become a threat to them. Yes, a lot of people, whether you like it or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not die in that DSS custody as I'm speaking to you, and no amount of deception will take the reality of push for survival amidst injustice. That's what very dark man Martins Vincent Osei is talking about. Born in Kaduna, a social media influencer and activist, an internet activist, a man who has come to the reality on ground. Very dark man has explained so many things about Nigeria, just like what El-Rufai just said recently, that there's no Nigeria. There's no Nigeria. And that's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking about. That's what many people don't understand. The structural foundation of this nation that was instituted, just to make sure that the Igbo does not rise. Very dark man mentioned a lot of things. I'm not giving kudos to him, but I want to tell you that the extreme influence and imagination of the reality on ground has shown that people are beginning to unveil, to beginning to understand how the world, the system, the emperors of this world, the imperialists compromised the Igbo nation. And that compromise is still ongoing to today. He directed it to Nigeria. He said he does not believe in Nigeria. That he's more of an Igbo. That he's more of a Biafra. And that is what he is. Because he is an Igbo man. He is an Igbo man. He belongs to the imagination of nature of the Igbo kingdom. That's where he came from. A lot of people does not understand the spirit. And when you look deeply, you see the spirits of Biafra, of Igbo in him. Now he has come out to join others who are continuing to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was just not just a prophet, but a man sent to define a moment at this era. And we must align with the reality. But now that some of the Gen Z generation in Nigeria are coming together and they're asking that Nigeria should go their separate ways, citing so many factors, citing a lot of things, saying a lot of things, on why Nigeria should go into, extinction, and let everybody recognize all a structural, regional identification for people of the indigenous. As simple as that. So it is not surprising. I saw that some region in this country have already panicking, have already started attacking. Why would he come out and say something like this? Talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, talk about that Nigeria is never meant to be one, and so many other things. But that is the reality on ground. If you feel that what very dark man is saying is not correct, then come out with a superior opinion, counter him, and tell me what Nigeria is offering the Yoruba man that he can offer himself. Even though we know what happened, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has vowed to continue from where Buhari stopped. Without Buhari's influence, Bola Ahmed Tinubu would not have been Nigerian president. He's not qualified. But you can see, even though we know that the Southwest have had their own turn, I keep on saying it, there's nothing, that is the fact. The Igbos, as they continue to oppress and suppress Igbos, the more solidarity is coming from all over the world for the Igbo people. We don't attack the government. They say there's a protest, say go ahead with the protest. He said, no, don't involve me. The Igbo man was not part of the amalgamation of Nigeria. The Igbo man was not invited during the amalgamation of Nigeria. Those who were invited know themselves. And that is why I keep on saying that Nigeria has separated themselves from Nigerians. There's no two ways about it. That I begin to wonder, how come that the spirit of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has finally possessed, the spirit of Biafra has finally possessed. It's possessive, and if some people in Nigeria is not careful, it's going to possess everybody. Because it's the spirit of nature, it's the spirit of religion, it's the spirit of understanding, it's the spirit of justice, it's the spirit of equity, it's the spirit of nationalism, it's the spirit of Pan-Africanism. That is the pride of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Chichimolo. Celebrities like this, coming out boldly to tell you that Nigeria can no longer be one, aligning with the theory and the theology of the prophetic utterances of the man of the moment, the supreme leader himself, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said it. Release him, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What are you waiting for? The world is calling. And look, they have been saying this often and on. Every Dick and Harry has been saying it. It's not a matter of going to begin to, London lobby Macron, who's already against Biafra, lobbying people to kill Simon Ekpa, to make sure that you keep these people in detention. We know the role some of these countries played in bringing extremism and jihadists to Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu aligning with them. Nigeria is not an Islamic nation. You do not align with issues that has to do with the Middle East when you do not understand the genesis of the Middle East. You are just aligning with the Middle East because you want to please the North. You kept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention illegally with criminality and injustice because you want to align with the North. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu done to you and your race? What has the Igbo nation done to you and your people? Don't you have conscience? Were you not once said that you don't believe in Nigeria? Is it now that you believe in Nigeria? How wicked are you people? How heartless are these entities that are aligned and went against the cause of nature? release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It has been a global call. It has been a global call. It has been a global call. Yes, the likes of them who are battling the Igbo race, calling their names Bika Debiri, their names are there, Reno Mokri, their names are Daniel Bwala, their names are there, Bayo Ononuga, the demon of bigotry. That Igbos want to take over Lagos, will not allow them, Yorubas will not allow them. What a wicked thing to say. Then those who are bringing arms to the south and killing the people, they do not rise against those people. But the Yorubas brought religion to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial. The Yoruba nation and the Northerners brought religion to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's continuous detention. You want to destroy the image of the people whose identity is tied with destiny, with divinity. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dies in DSS custody, James Omotosho, the Yoruba man, how long will you continue with the Attorney General of the Federation? Chief Justice of the Federation that killed democracy in River State, that brought calamity in River State. You call this judiciary? October 10 is the deadline. By omission or by commission. It might look as if nobody is worried about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is gathering momentum, and Biafra is looming. Yes, continue with your politics. There's no two ways about it. Politics is okay, it's allowed. But the spirits that are possessing the borders of Biafra, the eastern bloc, the eastern province, are continuing to move unstoppable. That federal government cannot stop it. And I can tell you, if you look at it very clearly, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is nobody's mate in Nigeria currently now. The Northerners are secretly, the Awusas are secretly celebrating him. The Middle Belt are celebrating him. Christian Kingdom are celebrating him. But the alliance of Buharis in the north and Buharis of Southwest have decided to make Nnamdi Kanu's case